Hi guys, so in this time of year you're probably thinking about your goals for the next year and what you might want to do for the new decade, for example. Today we thought we'd do something different, something fun, and share with you guys what our goals are from a personal perspective. So our money goals as well as our personal goals. And we'll also share with you guys the framework that we are using to make those decisions, okay? My name is Ken.
And I'm Mary.
Of the Humble Penny and Financial Joy Academy. What we do on this channel is give you the tips, the insights, the practical hacks to help you work towards a dream life of financial independence.
Yes, so today we are collaborating with Jennifer at Mama Furfur because we are both passionate about helping people with their finances.
Hi there, my name is Jennifer from the Mama Furfur channel. If you haven't heard of me, I actually create videos about personal finance, investing and success mindset also for here in the UK. Today's video I'm very excited about collaborating with Ken and Mary over here on the Humble Penny channel. We are both passionate about helping people with their money and we wanted to share with you our money and our personal goals for 2020. Really think this will be great to inspire you or perhaps give you some insight into who we are as people and what we hope to achieve. So if you fancy checking out my video after you've watched this one, I would love it. The description will be down below. Go and check it out and I'll see you very soon.
I'm super excited about this. I think this will be quite fun just to share with you how we think about our goals and almost give you the holistic framework that you can apply yourself for doing this. Okay, so let's jump straight in. So the framework we use is something called the 9 Fs. The 9 Fs. You're thinking, what on earth are you talking about? So we look at our lives in 9 different areas, all starting with an F, okay? So should we just read them out for people to see?
Cool. So
what are those?
Finances, firm.
Firm being your work,
Fun.
Fun, gotta have some fun.
Family.
Fitness. Oh yes.
Friends.
Definitely.
Faith.
Faith, big one.
For others, like
For
charity.
others, like charity,
And for legacy, in no particular order.
Exactly. So we're going to look at those areas, and what we've done is we've actually scored ourselves. We actually sat here before we made this video and said, what are we scoring ourselves in each one of these areas? So we're going to put up a bit of a diagram we've done, and you should do this for yourself. Get yourself a blank sheet of paper, draw a circle around it on the sheet of paper, put a line in the center of that. You can see the example on the screen now of ours. And then you can see we've drawn some lines across diagonally to make 9 different, almost quadrants, you'd call them, the quadrants? Anyway, 9 areas, right? And for those 9 areas, we're then going to score ourselves from 0 to 10. So the middle being 0, and at the end of the kind of the corner of the end of the circle being a 10 score, okay? So if you've scored yourself a 10, it means you are absolutely amazing at that area. We haven't scored ourselves 10 anywhere, have we? I think we've got 1 or 2 9s, possibly. And we've got quite a few 5s. And a 0 means you're doing nothing, right? And so if you've achieved balance in your life, then what shape should it look like?
It should be like a perfect circle.
Yeah, a perfect circle, right? If you've achieved balance in your life across those 9 areas. Ours, as you can see, put it up on the screen again. I'm not quite sure what shape that is, but anyway, it kind of shows that we've got a lot of work to do. Okay, so we're going to go through them, talk about the 9 areas, and then tell you what our goals are in each of those areas. Do you want to kick us off?
Okay, so we start off with finances. And so for us, we're already financially independent. However, we just have some more goals that we want to work towards for 2020. Do you want to talk on those? Yeah,
just to mention, by the way, it took us a decade, 10 years to become financially independent. So it might sound really casual, us just saying that. It's taken a really long time, okay? Finances, our big goal here, we sat and thought about this for quite a while. There are 2 things, although we said we focus on one goal really, there are 2 things here for us. The very first one is that we want to invest more for our children. So our sons are a lot more inquisitive about what we're doing on this channel, and they're very curious about, how mommy and daddy have certain flexibilities in their lives and kind of what we do for fun and for work and so on. And they're very curious about money as well. So we're going to get them a lot more practically involved with investing, and we've kind of earmarked £3,000 per year as what we would like to invest next year for each child. Okay, so that would mean getting them fully involved in actually placing the investment, making the actual investment themselves, which should be fun. Because at the moment, all they know is that they've got their junior ISAs and they've got some money in there. But this time around, we're actually going to get them to make those investments.
Yeah. Aside from investing more for our children, we also want to generate one more stream of income just to further diversify our income. And that's also going to relate to our charitable work, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah. So the second F is firm. By that we mean our work. And a big part of our work, a huge part of our lives actually, are two areas, being the Humble Penny and Financial Joy Academy. So with a bit of background, we created Humble Penny initially, and gradually over time we realized that people wanted to learn through direct learning, and so we created Financial Joy Academy. And initially it was just a platform for us to kind of create courses and kind of save those courses, and people could buy those courses whenever they wanted and kind of learn directly. But what we started to realize over time was that people needed a lot more than just information being given to them for them to go and learn by themselves. A lot of people outside of kind of watching these videos contact us and say, "Hi Ken, can you guys please give me some coaching, some mentoring and stuff like that?" And when we say to them, "This is how much it might cost to do that," a lot of people find that to be very expensive. So Financial Joy Academy at financialjoyacademy.com is having a massive transformation. We've been working on this in the background. So our big goal in this area is for that platform to become something totally unique. And by that I mean, rather than just delivering courses to people, and people kind of buying courses and have one-off courses and that's it, we want to turn that into something a lot more special, such that you will, for example, have access to all our current and future courses. We're going to create a custom community of people we're calling our dream makers, so the people who are taking action to want to move forward in their lives. As part of the academy, we'll also gain access to me and Mary every single week. So they have that ongoing mentoring and coaching. They will also have accountability. They'll have experts. We'll have guest experts and so on. So there are going to be some really amazing things happening. But here's the beauty, and this is what we've been working on, is we want to do it at such a fraction of the price that you might pay, say, someone for coaching, or pay anybody for coaching or anything like that. We want it to be super duper affordable. And the reason we're doing all this is because we are super passionate about families becoming financially independent. This is why we do these videos together, because we want to prove that families can make this happen. And so Financial Joy Academy will be a totally different creation from January, when we will talk about it a lot more openly. So if you're interested, you want to know more about this, you think this this entire thing I talked about will be appealing to you, please look in the link below and above to join kind of the waiting list. And I'll keep you posted if it's something you're interested in. But this will be game changing for so many families, because then we can use existing technologies to reach so many people more directly and to help them, above all, take action, which is what most people lack really, is that they're not able to take action. So this is what I'm really excited about.
We're very excited about this.
And we're working really hard in the background. So beyond kind of making these videos, this is a major project for us. In fact, I think this is probably our biggest goal, isn't it, for 2020?
Definitely.
So we hope you're excited. We're super excited. There'll be a lot more information if you're interested at some point later on.
So the next one is fun.
Yes.
We were quite good doing date nights earlier on in our relationship.
Is the key word there.
Went from weekly to
every 2 weeks.
To kind of like, okay, whenever we
could do it.
But no, we're going to be more intentional 2020, aren't we, babe?
And
back to what we did before, which worked very well, was that every week we both took it in turns to organise, plan the date night. And so we'll do that. And also I would be going into London.
Coming to
London more once a week. To spend time with you in the afternoon.
Because you work from home, so you can kind of do that, right? But there's the other bit around holidays as well. So we've been quite good about booking those. A big part of what we're going to be doing for fun next year is being more intentional about holidays. So we've already actually pre-booked quite a number of them already. And we're looking forward to visiting some interesting countries and learning some new cultures. Number 4 is goals around family, and I'd probably say the key thing here really is that it's about our children. So we are going to be doing more specific things with our kids, so focusing on experiences specifically. So it might be things such as kind of putting our wellies on and going into the heath, going into the forest area, and I don't know, digging up some bugs or whatever. Or it might be that we just, go into one of the museums in London and stuff like that. But we're just going to be a lot more intentional about planning these. Because at the moment, they're a bit more ad hoc.
Yeah.
We were really good in August when we had all the theatre bookings and we planned all the kids' stuff. And we had quite a few theatre trips. This year, we're going to just dedicate a lot more time towards just planning more specifically kids' activities as a family.
So the next one is fitness.
Yep.
We scored an embarrassing 5 for this, and for me it's probably even lower. But what we're going to do is 2020, we're definitely going to be more consistent with the power hour. And that is basically an hour of, whether it's 20 minutes exercising and 20 minutes of, exercising the mind, so be it reading, personal development, and 20 minutes on, whether it's meditating or praying. And so we're going to be definitely more disciplined in that area. And
so I think, just to mention, the 5 out of 10, I probably put more to physical fitness. Mentally, definitely mentally, without a doubt, we're very strong in that area. But physically, we have so many kind of hopes about doing certain physical exercises, but they don't often materialize as we'd love them to. So that's where that 5 out of 10 comes from, which is a pretty low score and one that we're almost embarrassed to talk about. But hey, it's the reality, right? Now, on the mental side, on the personal development, I thought we'd just share some books that we're kind of looking at. So these are some of the books I'm reading at the moment. This is one to check out called Keep Going by a guy called Austin Kleon, and it says here 10 ways to stay creative in good times and bad. And I'm also reading this book, a guy called Ray Dalio, which talks about life and work principles. So a big part of next year will be our ongoing focus on personal development. You had a couple of books you want to share as well.
So I'm currently going to be reading The Nudge. So Nudge is the book that changes the way we think about choice, showing how we can influence people, improving decisions about health, wealth and happiness.
Okay.
And the next one is, this is just ordered this from Amazon actually. And this is Why We Sleep.
Why We Sleep.
Just about how sleep can help to make us cleverer, more attractive, slimmer, happier, healthier, and ward off cancer.
We need more sleep, that's just facts. I mean, we get so excited working on our stuff that a lot of the time we get carried away and we often don't have as much sleep as we need. So those books are definitely ones that we're going to be learning a lot from and hopefully sharing some of those tips with you guys. Next is Friends, and we scored Friends 5 out of 10 because, if I'm honest, we have so many people who've come into our lives on the back of kind of starting Humble Penny and so on. But we've also been engrossed in working quite a lot, and it's meant that our relationships in some ways have suffered a great deal more. We relate to a lot more friends on social media, perhaps on WhatsApp and by phone, but what we really want to do as a goal next year to improve this score is to meet people face to face. So our proposal is to meet people every 2 weeks face to face. So be on the lookout, there might be a call from us. Just say, hey, please, can we hang out? Come and meet us for a coffee. So we're going to be meeting people face to face. That's a real way in which we can kind of improve our relationships with our friends. I also find that that's by far the best way to kind of manage friendships, right? Yeah,
most definitely. You could think that you're, in constant contact with your friends because of WhatsApp, but you're not really having those deep, meaningful conversations that you need kind of to maintain that good relationship. So definitely more one-to-ones and group meetups where we can in the next year. So the next one is faith.
Yes.
So for faith, we scored 8 out of 10. We scored a bit better last year, but then last year we were much better with our Bible in 1 year.
We're doing an app on the phone called Bible in 1 year, and me and Mary, we do this with a few friends actually, family members, and so we can kind of keep an eye on each other's progress. If you're interested, you can also let us know. We can kind of invite you to it, that kind of stuff. But yeah, anyway.
This year we actually attempted to do it again, which, you know, it was
a disaster.
It was a bit of a disaster. But that's fine. We did it the year before. I think next 2020 we're going to do much smaller devotions. But what did work well was doing it with friends and family. So we will definitely do that.
Exactly.
Again.
I think
hold each other accountable.
Yeah, that's the point. But anyway, we're talking about this area because a big part of our lives that we don't talk about it a great deal is our faith. It's our faith.
Yes.
And that's actually really important to us, kind of a big foundational part of our lives. Okay, so we set goals in this area. So for us, as Mary said earlier, we will focus on smaller chunks of devotionals and more focus on prayer, kind of our prayer life, to make sure that's a bit stronger, isn't it?
Yes. And also a part of faith is that, you know, we hold connect groups every other week on a Friday. So we'll just definitely be more consistent with that and aim to definitely build that up, grow it further. Yeah.
If you're curious about what that is, by the way, just to mention, these are basically dinner parties that we host in our home every 2 weeks. And people who just show up, we just basically cook food. People show up and we just have meaningful conversations. Just, how are you doing? How's your week? How's your work? What are you struggling with? Just to get to know people properly. So we host these in our home every 2 weeks and people show up on a Friday. And we just have a bit of fun.
Yeah, could we pray together?
And pray
together.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah. The next one is for others. So what we mean here are charitable donations or charitable involvement in one way, shape or form. So we see a lot of what we do actually via, say, this YouTube channel or via the blog as a way of us giving back. So we really love doing what we do and we go beyond that actually. A big part of, and we haven't talked a great deal about this, but a big part of what we're hoping to be able to do in the next year as a goal is to be able to write specific kind of 4-figure checks for charitable organizations that are doing things to empower lots of people financially. So we've kind of earmarked a couple of charities that we're excited about. And so we're now going to put in the work now. So a lot of what we're doing now is putting in the work so that this platform that we run generates an income, and then some of that income then goes off into kind of supporting various charities that we are super passionate about.
So the last but not the least is for legacy. And for legacy, we scored a 7.
Yeah, 7 out of 10.
Do you want to talk about
Yeah, so this one is actually a really personal one. We scored it a 7 because we believe we have a ton of work to do. For us, personally, we see what we're doing with the Humble Penny and Financial Joy Academy as a big part of our legacy in the future. So we're putting in the groundwork, and I think 7's a bit of a generous score, to be honest. It might have been a 6 because we just feel we have so much more to do. Although we're working very hard to kind of help a lot of people, to help lots of families move forward, we still feel like this is just the very beginning in terms of what we're doing for legacy. So big focus from a goals perspective next year is to build our platforms. I'll say, for example, YouTube. We want to kind of grow the subscriber base on YouTube. We want to put out even better quality content. This is why we've kind of created a new studio at the back of the house. We want to meet more people face to face. We want to use Financial Joy Academy, as I mentioned earlier, to serve more people more directly through our new kind of setup that we're not talking too much about at the moment. But anyway, a lot of that will be the focus for the next year. It's kind of building up kind of the momentum on that leg. And a lot of that is something that we are super passionate about and really just love the idea of serving. We see this whole thing as service towards helping us build what will become for us, we hope, a great legacy one day.
So guys, we really hope you've enjoyed our video.
Yeah, let us know in the comments actually which of those 9 areas most resonated with you, i.e. pick 3 of the areas and let us know which 3 of the 9 areas are areas that you feel you need the most work in your life for the next year. Let us know in the comments please. We're more than happy to jump in and engage with you. Thanks a lot for watching guys, really hope you've enjoyed that.
Guys, thank you so much.
Yes, and we're excited about the new decade, super excited about 2020. We wish you guys massive success for the year ahead and look forward to serving you more in the new year. Take care, and we'll see you soon on our next video. Take care, bye. Start again, no waffle, straight to the point.
Okay. So the next one is fitness, and we scored a...
We haven't been talking about our scores.
No, we haven't. It's okay.
Oh
no. It can just come up on the screen.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We could just come up on the screen and see.
Yeah.